to stay all day, so they had him go to this extra room to meet with some of the people that were there, the jury, even the motor vehicle people are all there, they're all in the same area. And he said there they were, like 15, 20 people, so he entertained them for like 2-3 hours. And he said he was thinking to himself, I'm killing here. I'm killing these people. So I think that that's really more the personality of a comedian. And I also, when I was growing up, my father, who was funny and adorable and loved to pull pranks, and all of his friends were so funny, that I know that's where I got my desire to tell jokes, tell stories, be funny, do a comedy show. It's really where I got it from. And my dad had a very sort of grim childhood. His parents were on relief. They were Lebanese. They didn't speak English. They were immigrants, and they had a rough time. My grandmother had 10 children, 9 boys and a girl. And no nanny, no laundress, no cook, no nothing, the whole thing. So my grandfather was kind of strict, and my grandmother was so pooped from running after all those kids, we never heard much out of her at all. So my dad didn't really have a very funny household, but he did have this one uncle, Uncle Tony, who was later personified as Uncle Tanous on the Making for Daddy show. And Uncle Tony was so funny that my dad said that he was barred from family funerals. But Uncle Tony was the one person in his life who really gave him the gift of laughter. So I wondered, as I was writing about my influence of my dad and his comedian friends, and my father's influence from Uncle Tanous. Did all these comedians that we admire, Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert and Chris Rock and Jerry Seinfeld and Whoopi and Billy and Lily and all of them, did they all have somebody funny in their family? Where does it come from? Where does looking for the funny come from? And it turned out, as I interviewed them, that every single one of them had somebody funny in their family. A mom, a dad, a grandpa, a grandma, an aunt, and uncle. And in fact, Jay Leno told me the funniest story that's in the book about the fact that his dad was an insurance salesman who, whenever he was going out on a call, he liked to try out jokes on little Jay. And Jay thought, wow, how great to be an insurance salesman. You get to tell jokes. And Robin Williams, his mother, used to put a rubber band up her nose. And then when his little friends came over, she'd let it drop out. So, of course, Robin Williams was this really goofy, abandoned, wonderfully funny, free guy, because his mother was funny and free and wild. So, it really does come from the way you're brought up. Jerry Seinfeld told me that his dad was very funny, and he had a whole joke file. So Jerry was never very funny at home. He was kind of funny at school, but not so much at home. And when he told his parents when he was about 20 years old that he was thinking of becoming a stand-up comic, his parents looked at him in disbelief and said, why? You're not very funny. So I said to him, so you were like a little closet comedian? And he said, yeah, it's funny to me.